It's Wednesday and you know what that means. I actually don't. Hold on, let me consult my tarot cards here. If I'm interpreting these right, I should expect a sudden and unexpected delivery of news. That's right, I'm your host Andrew, and this is Crypto Espresso, your teeny tiny daily shot of caffeinated crypto headlines. It's a big one today, so let's just go. First up, Kwon has given a surprising and perhaps ill-advised interview as a police manhunt continues. Speaking to Laura Shin on the Unchained podcast, the Terraform Labs co-founder once again refused to reveal his current location over fears for his personal safety. He questioned whether Interpol had actually issued a red notice against him and accused South Korean prosecutors of attempting to create new regulation through criminal enforcement proceedings. Kwon insisted, "It's not in the interests of being on the run that I don't want to disclose where I live. It's just every time the location of where I live becomes known, it becomes almost impossible for me to live there." Laura Shin asked him about the hubris and arrogance of his tweets, and Kwon admitted getting carried away while talking to people on crypto Twitter. He said he had started shitposting for entertainment value despite many investors still reeling from the $60 billion collapse of Luna and UST. When asked what his message was to victims and their families, some of whom reportedly committed suicide, he apologized and accepted responsibility, adding, "I think the hardest thing about the current situation is having to contend with so much astronomical loss. It's quite hard to put into words, but the scale of the financial and emotional and economic damage that happened here is not easy to live with. EU countries must be prepared to stop crypto mining this winter as the continent faces an energy crisis, the European Commission has warned. Care must be taken to use only the most energy-efficient versions of the technology," a new document says. Criticism is reserved for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin that rely on a proof-of-work consensus mechanism, with this technology being described as relatively outdated. All of this comes as countries prepare for blackouts linked to supply issues following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. EU member states are being urged to implement targeted and proportionate measures to lower the electricity consumption of miners. Brussels has pointed to Ethereum's merge, showing that the crypto world can be greener. The excitement surrounding Aptos was palpable, with some in the crypto industry proclaiming that this new blockchain could be a Solana killer. But despite this network being 4 years in the making, it's had a very rocky start indeed, for multiple reasons. While developers said it would be able to handle 100,000 transactions per second, it's currently processing a grand total of 4. Then there are concerns about token distribution, with 49% allocated to developers and private investors. It's also achieved a larger valuation than Uniswap Labs, even before the mainnet launched. Aptos tokens began trading in the early hours of Wednesday, and as of 9 a.m. London time, CMC data shows that APT has fallen 11%, trading at $7.45. And finally, Walmart's global chief technology officer has declared that crypto will become an important part of how we shop in the future. Speaking to Yahoo Finance, Suresh Kumar predicted that we will soon see a lot of disruption in terms of the payment methods used by consumers. Giving the strongest hint yet that the world's biggest retailer may soon start accepting digital assets, he added, "The role of crypto is going to continue to play a very important role in that, and obviously we want to be there when the consumer really needs us to be." We already know that Walmart is bullish when it comes to the potential of the metaverse, since it filed a flurry of trademark applications related to virtual worlds last year. And speaking of virtual insanity, a wise man once said that we always seem to be governed by this love we have. So show that love by liking this video, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and clicking on that little bell icon to get buzzed whenever a new Crypto Espresso video goes live. Don't ask Jamiroquai, just do it. And on yesterday's show, Perfect Cut proclaimed that they were the first person to watch our video. Meanwhile, Blue Punk Rocker told us that they were the 152nd person to watch. Arbitrary. But I like it. What viewer number are you? Why not let us know in those comments below, because I read them and I shout out my favorites in a future episode. Questions about today's headlines or crypto in general? Might I direct you to Alex? Ask Alex in that description below for all things Web3, crypto, and the metaverse, and that does it for today's episode. Again, I've been your host Andrew, these have been your headlines, and we'll see you all tomorrow.